Yo, what's good, y'all? And today I'm going to be talking about changes that I think will fix Rogueblox. Now, a lot of people saw my other video and they didn't agree with everything. They agree with a lot of it, but some of my takes were kind of contradictive. So I'm going to try to be a little bit better about that with this one. But I'm just going to talk about like some serious issues that I think are going to very negatively affect the game if they are not fixed. And with that being said, it's not gonna be divided into stuff. It's just gonna be one after another. I'm gonna blitz through them as quick as I can. But with that being said, let's hop into this. So number one, we got dagger classes. Why are daggers borderline true combos with all their moves? Like, I get daggers are supposed to be quick, but add like some end lag, or add like hyper armor dodge after like 4 M1 straight of like a dagger, so like they can't get the 5th full one, or like I don't know, either end lag, like a dodge, like a bigger dodge window, or like some kind of like hyper armor ability to dodge out after getting hit by a dagger so many times, or after being in a dagger combo for so long, or something like that. Next we got casting ranges. They're low-key really small. I have a mana overlay. If you need one, hit me up. I've been making them recently for me and my homies. But I think that for the casting ranges, we need some kind of built-in mana overlay for players that don't want to download some weird-ass 20-year-old program onto the computer and go into some photo editing software and make a whole ass mana bar. The other thing is the casting ranges are weird because the percent and the actual mana bar in the game don't line up. They're off. 50% is like 5 pixels above the center line. 20% is like 10 pixels above the 20% line. Like, it's weird. It's all off with the mana bar. That's why I just made my own mana cast bar, and I go by it and it works. Next, we got time to kill. We can all agree these 10-minute 1v1s are genuinely outrageous. Ain't nobody want to be doing a 10-15-minute 1v1 against the honey wraith or whatever the class they're fighting. Is probably some vamp shit. This is some BS, bro. Lower base health, lower armor health, maybe like take off some like Phys and magic defense from everyone, leave pen as it is. Fights are actually gonna be like quick. Like on rogue, bro, you can get one comboed, and sure, a lot of people don't like that. Hell, it pisses me off, but I think I'd rather have one combo central than 10-minute fight every fucking time, bro. Next, we got runners, bro. Let's be real, nobody want to deal with a runner. They're so annoying, bro. They pop on their Darksteel Thunderplate and they go woo up the mountain. And here is my fix for this, bro. My fix is simply the second you get put in player combat, not PvE, player combat, you get all movement buffs halved. And I think climb boost should be set to a specific amount. Sure, that Guts Darksteel Thunderplate, there's no point in running it now. It's gonna be worthless. You shouldn't be able to just get an armor that makes you invincible because you can run from every fight. That shouldn't be a thing. I think everyone, when in player combat, not PvE again, player combat, should have the same climb speed. Run speed may be different. Some classes are lighter and they should have, or maybe even like 5 to 10% difference on the climb speed. But bro, the fact that can Usain Bolt up a goddamn mountain and get away from any and every fight guaranteed is just some BS, and it is not fun. Next, we got Phys defense and pen being the only stats that matter. Now, it's kind of fixed in PvE, but I feel like in PvP, I still like the only thing I give a shit about is my Phys defense and pen. That's all I care about. I'm gonna be so real, because that's all I'm taking damage from. So maybe they should make more attacks magic. Like, if it has any remnants of being a magic attack, make it a magic attack. Maybe give more stuff magic pen and shit like that. But moving on, we got lack of endgame content. Now, my ideas for this is maybe randomized catacombs. I always thought randomized catacombs for PvE were always fun. Maybe some puzzles, some boss fights, some solo, some like trio stuff, some like big group stuff. Maybe there's like exclusive catacomb loot that's really good. I love the idea of that, bro. Maybe like we add, for another form of endgame content, we add a real raid boss, something that you cannot fight without many players. Maybe it's like some like god figure that like you go in for ones, you take so much damage from him, bro. You gotta keep swapping with your homies, bro. You gotta swap back and forth, and it's just this edge where everyone gets super low, runs out heals, goes back in, super low, runs out heals, and it's just this constant like stressful swap of being low, and you beat that raid boss, and it's so rewarding. Another thing, more rewarding PvP, maybe like some clan wars or house wars, whatever they're called in this game. Team deathmatch, like King of the Hill, with their own rewards, bro. Maybe like there's like a the King of the Hill that was in on release day, bro. That thing was cool, and then they took it out. I don't know why they took it out. Another thing is just like straight up adding rogue lineage conquest. Everyone loved that. It's a winning idea. Nobody's gonna be mad if you use that idea. Next up, we got the fact that Robux Bazaar has no limitations. You can sell in scrolls of maniple for 18,000 Robux, and so that's just gonna sit up there for 6 hours, polluting the bazaar, making it impossible for players that are trying to sell stuff for silver or reasonable price Robux stuff to sell. It's stupid, and it shouldn't even exist in the first place. But if it does exist, I think it needs limitations. I think they should have it where there are set prices for certain things. Maybe moonshines can only be sold from 1,500 to 2K, and it has to be in that range. That would help fix the problem of motherfuckers overpricing their shit, and it would also allow people to not get scammed by some random player because they decided not to look into enough. Sure, you could blame that on them, but I also think it's stupid that this exists in a kids platform. It is a platform catered towards teens, maybe into young adults, but mostly like younger teens. That's mostly what it's put towards. Another thing, Fist class being able to pop any weapon. Why the f is this in the game? Why did I fight an AC with a Kane's Fang the other day? Like, why am I fighting Superhuman with Katana, bro? Like, can we lock in, bro? Why can Fist people use any goddamn weapon they want, bro? It should not be a thing. It really shouldn't. Next thing, no mementos from gift progging and maxing. Why? You give one memento for getting a goddamn ultra, but not for progging a multi-life gift? Like, let's lock in, bro. This needs mementos. Why does it not have mementos? Next thing, everything about Queen Bee. What I mean by this is the fact that there is one big ass loot chest that always gets grubbed. Why can't it be that the chest spawns on you because you did all the work? Or maybe people can't open the chest unless they have credit on the boss. Let's say 10% damage, 15% damage. You can't open any chest from that boss unless you get that credit. So that way it makes it to where the PvEs are getting rewarded, and the little grubs that sit outside the hive waiting for it to be dead just to go in and gank don't get everything, bro. They literally get everything. And then if they have max preservation, you gank them, you somehow win on a PvE, and they drop nothing. They drop nothing. The other thing is, I think the Queen Bee Hive needs to have some form of a lockout for people that are fighting it. Maybe so that until the chest has been spawned, like 5 seconds after it's been spawned, there's no way in, no way out. You kill it or you die. And that's how I think it should be. That way PvEs, again, are actually getting rewarded. And the little nerdnet gankers that just server hop and kill everyone and steal all the shit in fights that they already have advantages on aren't just being able to grub everything. Move on to the next thing, preservation. It's brain dead. I love it, but I hate it. Being able to keep all your items on death, not even dropping a bag, is crazy. Maybe make it to where if you kill someone with max preservation, you drop a chest, and that chest has like boosted odds or some shit. But then I suppose that would cause issues with alts and people like macro killing a max preservation slot for loot. I don't know. This is like a pretty big issue that needs to be looked into. Preservation needs some kind of change though. Maybe make it to where you drop like 10 to 20% of your items instead of none. I don't know. That's an idea. The other thing, moving on to the next thing, we got lag / optimization. This is pretty obvious. The game's been pretty pingy lately, and I'm hoping they keep doing more lag fixes and optimization. At the end of the day, you can only get good, so good on Roblox because it's Roblox. But yeah, moving on. Stackable life shards and life crystals, stackable relics, and stackable slates. Why aren't these stackable? You're telling me I grind Queen Bee, get 6 life shards, and I can only pick up 4. I have to go to jungle or wherever the nearest blacksmith is, and then craft a life crystal, bank it because you can only have 1 life crystal, and then by the time I get back, my chest is despawned, dude. Like, it's actually so stupid. Or some dumbasses came and grubbed it. It's one or the other. It's actually so dumb. And like, only being able to hold one of each relic, bro, it's like, I want to farm up relics for my builds that I want to make in the future, but instead I have to bank them on like 8 different ults that I can have more than one of each relic, and it's actually just so stupid. Next up, we got loot. Why do we not have personalized loot? When we're killing bosses, we're spending 5 to 10 minutes killing a boss. 1 chest drops, and everyone is on that chest instantly. We're hitting friends, bro. We're snagging loot. It's such a shit method, bro. I think games need to take notes from Deep Woken, where everyone upon killing the boss gets their own chest. I think that was a good method. I think that's good. It rewards the individual player for being there and getting credit. And I think that is so much better than, oh, 1 chest spawned because boss died, free for all. Like, it just promotes not playing with friends and soloing everything. Because it's like, oh, I get less loot if I play with friends. There's less reward if I play with my friends on a multiplayer game. Can we make sense of that, please? Like, can we do something about that? Maybe they'll have to add like boss scaling for that, and I would be fine with that, honestly. But yeah, fix the loot situation. This is some bullshit, bro. Take some notes from Deboken, please. Next up, we got game isn't CC no more. Stop treating it like it is. Bro, it was punishable to throw a freshie into a blacksmith after they pulled up to a fight against an ultra for a while. They changed it finally, but they have so many changes and they have so many things where it's like, I'm playing a CC game, but it's public. That's what it feels like. Like, dude, have y'all seen how busted Sunbreath is? It is genuinely so unfair. And then let's talk about the close community players literally getting handheld to oblivion. They get everything they need, bro. They get a busted helmet. They get access to unobtainables they can trade for literally anything in the game. They get a crazy race just for being a closed community. It's so stupid, bro. The game isn't CC. You have a public game. Stop treating your game like it's CC, bro. Like, I'm sorry to hate, but like, you decided to go public. Treat it like it's public, or you're going to end up killing your game off. And I'm just gonna take a guess that y'all make a wild amount of money off Rogueblox, and I'm sure y'all don't want the game to die. So yeah, that's my take. And then the last thing on this list, servers shutting down mid glads, mid boss fights. Like, bro, are we dead ass? I finally got a normal glad after like 3 hours of glads. I got casual glads for 3 hours straight. On the 4th hour, I finally got a normal glad. I wanted to get a gold blood or like a spire so bad, bro. I load in, server shuts down in 60 seconds. I was about to crash out because it's like, I've been trying to get a normal glad, like a real glad, for hours, and then it shuts down on me. Like, are we so dead ass? Why do we have times to shut down middle of glads? Can we please lock in on that? And like, same with boss fights, bro. Like, Queen Bee spawns at 4, server shuts down at 4:05. Like, are we serious, bro? Are we serious, bro? Like, come on, dude. It's actually stupid, bro. It is so dumb, and I hope they look into it and they change it. But these are all the issues that I think could be fixed, and I hope y'all agree with my fixes. If you don't, tell me why and what you would do instead in the comments. And with that being said, make sure to like and subscribe. Join the Discord down in the description. Boost with Nitro if you got it. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.